Be there as The Great Gatsby roars onto Broadway. This record-shattering sold-out hit is lush, bewitching, and dazzling. Teeming with excitement, The Great Gatsby explodes off the stage. Jeremy Jordan and Eva Noblezada star in this resplendent and glorious new musical. The Great Gatsby. The party begins March 29th. RSVP at BroadwayGatsby.com.
Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for BroadwayWorld. Following two critically acclaimed, sold-out runs, the new musical Illinoise has come to Broadway, and I caught up with the company here at the Edition Hotel. This is one of your favorite albums, isn't it?
It is. I've been listening to it since it first came out. It came out in 2005. I was like 17 when I first heard it, and it just blew me away. And immediately at that point, I was like, this could really be a whole world to build. And it also made me fall in love with Sufjan's music, and it touched a whole generation of people. People who know the album really are moved by it, and they love it, and it has so much meaning to them. And so it's actually a lot of responsibility to get the chance to interpret it and build it into this stage production. This musical. So yeah, it's really special to get to interact with it.
It's its own hybrid of itself, which is so beautiful to watch as an audience member. Yeah. Did you see it all play out in your head? Because that's what we see as an audience member. Like, what unlocked the whole thing for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think about the show in a lot of ways like a silent film that's being underscored by this music and by these lyrics. And so it has this kind of impressionistic quality to it where the audience, when they're watching it, it's not all delivered from the stage. It's like the elements of it are kind of floated into the air, and then the viewer takes it into their brain and into their heart, and they're able to kind of like put the pieces together, and then it forms into their own sort of experience, and it's very unique in that way. So it's been a long process to find just like the language, the vocabulary, like how this show is going to be delivered, and a lot of collaborating with Jackie Siblish-Jury, the playwright, and my co-writer on this to, just find exactly how we wanted to tell this story. So we're really proud of the work. Yeah.
And you're combining a theater audience with a dance audience and creating a whole new audience. What that means to you, Justin?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I first got into the arts through musicals. And so this really takes everything that exists inside of a musical. So music, lyrics, storytelling, dance, song, staging, theatrics, and it sort of shatters all that, and then it puts it back together in a new way. And it's really an ode to musical theater, with a primary language of dance. And I was always really moved by the dance-forward musicals as a kid. So it just means a lot to get to have this show exist in the kind of legacy of great dance musicals on Broadway.
It feels unbelievable. I mean, it's been 2 years in the making, and I've gotten to do this with some of my best friends. It's unbelievable, honestly.
What an incredible journey you've been on with this show.
Yeah, nuts. 3 workshops. I feel like this is the 4th iteration we've done it in a theater, and it's been nuts. Yeah.
This is so different. What's made this so special for you?
I really would have to say the way it was created. The first workshop we ever did was produced by a nonprofit. We had no ties. There was no one overseeing the creative process. It was very much on the ground floor, everyone making creative decisions in the room, on the fly, and that's a part of what's gotten us here, I think. Yeah.
And combining a musical theater audience with a dance audience and making a whole new audience.
Yes. I mean, the show is such a hybrid. It's hard to kind of identify it or put it in a box, and it seems like it's speaking to every lane in this industry, and it's amazing. It has something for everyone, honestly.
It's surreal. I don't think any of us thought this show would find itself on Broadway, so we feel really humbled and grateful to be part of such an iconic season on Broadway. It's an amazing way to just reintroduce the idea of storytelling, and these are not new concepts. Everyone knows dance is a universal language, so to be able to share a story through how we are feeling is new to some, but not new to us who love dance. So I'm really happy that we get to share this show.
What have you learned that you didn't know before as a dancer or a performer that you've learned with working on this show?
This is the first time I've ever revisited a work so many times. I've never done this wild schedule. And so getting to revisit the story and finding different ways to articulate my emotion through my movement has been a challenge, but a very interesting thing to learn.
I feel super excited to share this with our company and our creative team. We've had a whirlwind few months, and we're just really excited to be on Broadway.
What's made this so special for you with working on Illinoise?
It's sort of a family affair. It's like all my best friends, I play opposite all my best friends on stage. My best friends of the last 10 years, some people I've known since I was in Miami. And our creative team also is, I'm really close to them as well. So we've just spent a few years in the studio developing a sort of new language and ways to tell story. And I think that we're just super excited to see people resonating with the language and how visceral and moving it is.
What's made this so special for you with working on Illinoise?
Well, to be able to be a part of this process from day one with Justin, he took us on a walk on the park, me and Ricky, and said, hey, I have this idea. And from 2 years ago to today, with all of this love and electricity and community around this show, geez, this makes this feel like really one for the books. Like it's history. It feels like history.
Do you have a favorite moment in the show?
Oh my gosh. My favorite moment in the show. Well, my favorite dance in the show is doing the duet with Ricky Wass, but my favorite moment in the show is Superman, when everybody takes their shirts off to reveal the S on their chest. It just feels like such a statement about the piece, that inner bravery, that collective bravery, and that strength. And it shows that it's made with love and integrity.
I sang on the original album, so it's been a very strange, wonderful journey through time for a 19-year journey through this music and seeing it in so many iterations. So it's been a trip.
This journey for me has been a journey of like rediscovery of myself and of the way that I can express my own emotions and how I can express my emotions through this role and then give the energy to the dancers and they give it to the audience. It's a journey of rediscovery. It's a little bit of like reworking myself. It's not something that I'm used to, but I'm, so grateful to be in the midst of it. Yeah.
I first learned to play guitar playing some of these songs that are in this show, like Casimir Pulaski Day. And so for all these years later, to get to sing these songs on a stage and to come out of having a music career that's primarily focused on indie music and be in a setting like this feels completely unbelievable to me and really special.